Hiya loves, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So here we are, theatre review number 14, and this time I'm going to be chatting about Cat on a Hot Tin Roof by Tennessee Williams, and this particular production premiered back in 2017 at the Young Vic Theatre in London. Now this show is available to watch on the National Theatre at home, and I would absolutely recommend it to anybody. I think if you love a really intense drama, then this is the play for you. Anyway, let's get into it. So amongst an absolutely incredible cast, you had Sienna Miller taking on the role of Maggie, you had Jack O'Connell as Brick, you had Lisa Palfrey as Big Mama, and you had Colm Meaney as Big Daddy. And those four for me were everything that you could want in those roles. They were truly fantastic. But that being said, the whole cast really listened to each other, and it really did feel like an ensemble even when they weren't all on the stage. So it did feel like there was a great achievement there. I thought Benedict Andrews as the director did a fantastic job. He managed to find that balance between the sort of emptiness that each of the characters feel and the chaos as well. He really sort of focused in on both of those things and found that balance. There is chaos within this play, there is chaos within each of the characters' minds and within their actions, and what I love is, like with most Tennessee Williams plays actually, is that the chaos always stays on the stage. What I mean by that is you have broken glass, you have broken up birthday cake that has been chucked at other characters, you have ice, you've got bottles, you've got all kinds of stuff all left on the stage, and it's there for everyone to see. So in a way, you know, people can lie and they can deceive other members of this family, but ultimately the truth always shines through. And I think the characters know a lot more about each other than I think they realise. So let me give you a quick synopsis, just so you actually know what I'm going on about. So you've got a Mississippi family gather at their country property to celebrate Big Daddy's birthday. The scorching heat is almost as oppressive as the lies they tell each other. Brick and Maggie dance around the secrets and sexual tensions that threaten to destroy their marriage. Which version of the truth is real, and which will win out? Ooh! It is known to be a powerful masterpiece, and that is exactly what this show is. I think to see a cast of actors take on this show with complete confidence in knowing what the text is all about and about the playwright's style is quite magical. Like, they created even more of a masterpiece than it was when it was written, and to be able to do that is quite an achievement, really. For me, I thought that the design was beautiful. There seemed to be this underlying tone of being heard all the time. Like, it always felt like there was another character listening in on the action. Because of the design, it sort of implied that there was always somebody there outside the door, sort of listening in, trying to hear what was going on, trying to hear these characters' truths. And yet, you know, when they are faced with each other, it's all about the lies and deceit and cattiness. I loved the relationship between Jack O'Connell and Sienna Miller. I thought it was heartbreaking, because you've got Jack O'Connell that just isn't in love with Maggie, Sienna Miller, and Sienna Miller has like convinced herself that, you know, they are meant to be together still, even though it's not really going to work out. As the story goes on, I found that I didn't love Maggie's character as much. Come the end, I actually believed her to be quite manipulative. And yet at the beginning, I thought that she was, you know, the victim. It's quite interesting that as the audience member, your opinions are constantly changing of these characters because of new truths that you find out. You know, it's like at first Jack O'Connell he seems lazy, he seems sort of a shadow of a human being, and yet come the end of it you actually see a real person going through such inner turmoil that you can't help but feel for him. Really, really fantastic. And it was beautifully acted as well. I really, really enjoyed it. Another thing as well is the relationship between Big Mama and Big Daddy was absolutely fascinating, because it was almost identical to the relationship between Maggie and Brick. And I thought it was played beautifully, really, really beautifully. Then, of course, you've got Big Daddy's relationship with Brick, which is a father-son relationship, and it is turbulent to say the least. I think because of the journey that Brick goes on throughout the play, his character is quite numb. He experiences very little in terms of his real emotions, because he's turned to drink, he's turned to alcohol. And then when you have this scene between Big Daddy and Brick, it suddenly you see this really authoritative alpha male figure in Big Daddy become softer, more gentle with the son that he really cares about. It's the only time that we actually see that in his character. The rest of the time he just intimidates everyone. So it's just a really fantastic dynamic between those two actors and characters. One that I was very, very much drawn in by. But all in all, I thought the production was absolutely a 5-star production. I think they all performed it incredibly well. It was designed very well. Everyone backstage as well, like the concept that they came up with just worked so well. Now this is quite an old play, but they really brought it up to date, and I just, you know, I commend them for that, because it was just amazing. With it being set in the southern states of America, I was really worried about accents, because sometimes they can vary amongst cast members, and it seemed like they just mastered it. Every single actor had very, very similar accents, obviously spoken with their own voice, so it did differ slightly, but they just really got the accent down to a T, and I was really impressed by that. It just meant that it didn't take me out of it, it kept me in it even more, because I was like, oh my god, they all know where they are in the world. They know their circumstances, and they know their socio-economic standing and background even more. That's what it made me think. So yeah, really, really good. The final thing that I'm actually going to say about this show is that there is full and partial nudity within it, and I think there could have been a level of anxiety within the audience when that was happening on the stage, but it just seemed that that was just abandoned, because the confidence within these actors playing these roles was really, really fantastic. And I think it's important to see that in any sort of show, whether it's a play or a musical or whatever, because that's a part of normal life. It felt like we were a fly on the wall of this of this family's house. Ultimately, we see our naked body every day, and we might even see somebody else's naked body every day. And so to see that reflected in a stage show, I think should be as normal as putting butter on your toast. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, I think the reason why I wanted to mention it was just because it was done so beautifully and with such ease and confidence. As mentioned before, this production is available to watch on the National Theatre at home, and it is available on there until next year, so you've got loads of time to go and watch it. I would honestly recommend it to absolutely anyone. Just amazing. Thank you so much for watching this review. If you enjoyed, leave a like and a comment down below, and don't forget to subscribe, as I would love to have you with me in future videos. Until the next time guys, I will see you later on. Mwah! Bye!